Tam afterward. Does he really believe all human beings want to live 4 blocks from their parents so they can eat together every Sunday night at the Bagel King? I choose to live in New York as any person with, I know, she said tolerantly, a large soul. Inviting thighs, I was going to say. Oh, Eve, said Tam predictably. Then I smile, because she has been brought back to me. My grandmother turns away. She may not want to judge me, but she cannot help herself. I, who secretly view myself as her true disciple, find that at 35, I am back in my usual role in our diminished family. I concentrate on the dark green velvet that successfully masks the previous sofa, while my mind considers when my father will arrive from his house, whether or not my mother will be collected enough to come downstairs, if Tam's children in the New Enlightenment will be brought to the cemetery, and, the thought that closes my throat, what Tam looked like at her death. I know her body as well as I do my own. Tam did not allow me into her room in these last weeks, to the separate anguish of my parents, who believe she was trying to spare her little sister. Despite their pleas, she stoutly maintained that for my sake I should not come, that we had chosen to speak only by phone. My mother reluctantly acquiesced. My father, in a conference call he imposed, negotiated with each of us in turn, but we were united and implacable. When he gave up, it was with one of his favorite exhortations. At least you girls get along. If I ever hear that the 2 of you are fighting, even after I'm dead, you'll turn over in your grave, Tam said. Normally, in this abnormal situation, we would have giggled morbidly in the knowledge that she seemed headed for the grave a lot sooner than he did. But my father, holding forth, was not listening to himself. Which would not be the first time, I could hear Tam say acerbically. The worst of several burdens I am trying to ignore is that Tam and I fought continuously since she got sick, as if the disease had afflicted our relationship along with her body, and that 2 weeks before she died, we argued so vehemently we did not speak again. As children, we had a truce that the sister who leaves the house after a fight has to shout into the closing door, "I love you, I love you," in case she were killed in a car crash before mending the rift. Now, I have committed the ultimate offense, whose consequences I must bear alone. Do all people have one story that haunts them throughout their lives? Nana has told me hers so often I can recite it in her cadence. Unfortunately, the tale has a moral I provoke, not by any conscious act, but by my face and manner. In a deferred legacy, I resemble her fabled sister Nell, source of Nana's unremitting grief and self-reproach. As I listened to Nana's words, I could not tell whether to be flattered by the attention or repelled by the analogy. Nell was the most beautiful girl, Nana would declare in wonderment. You cannot imagine her loveliness. Pictures never did her justice. She had such a way about her. I have dissected the snapshots of Nana's sister many times, looking for that beauty and carriage. But like Zelda Fitzgerald's photographs, the extant few of Nell do not yield the mysterious allure that was the cause of so much suffering. She made trouble wherever she went, Nana said. When our sister Abigail finally had a beau to call on her, Nell had only to toss her head, and the boy never looked at Abby again. Of course, Nell tired of him in a week. The girl was born without a conscience. At this point in the story, I feel a familiar disquiet, leavened by my amusement at Nana's unselfconscious narration. Pull up a plant to see its roots and kill the plant, she was wont to say, if I pressed her to